What is up, everybody? Welcome back here to Books and Hoops Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon. And Darius Garland in exchange for Darius Garland, which is insane. Harding has this tendency to where every time his team's not competing as great, he wants out. So I'm not surprised that he did it in LA, despite the Clippers turning their season around, which is bizarre to me. Hey, for the Cavs, like, I don't know if it wasn't working with Mitchell and Garland and Mobley and Allen or what, or if you just wanted more of a bigger preference for James Harden, but kudos to Cleveland going out and getting James Harden in a year where the Eastern Conference doesn't look as bad. It's like the Pistons were good, but young teams typically don't play well into the playoffs. The Knicks were great, the defending cup champions, the Celtics. Like, there's a lot of good teams in the East. So will 36-year-old James Harden be the driving point to get the Cleveland Cavaliers back to the NBA Finals? I don't know, but I think it's a good move to win now this year. But I definitely think Cleveland needs to reinvest in what they could do next season. And then as far as Darius Garland, when the man's healthy, he's a walking bucket. I think the Clippers get away with their new franchise point guard in this trade, and that is just insane to me. That the Cavs gave up like a 28-year-old point guard for a 36-year-old point guard, but that to me will never make any sense. But overall, the trade grades, Cleveland, you get an A. If you win the finals, it's an A. If you don't make the finals, it's like a C plus. For LA, you get like a B, because even though you're not competing, you might compete this year. You are getting a good young point guard in the future, which is so huge for the Clippers, so huge. But overall, like I said, those are my grades, and I think that is what it is. Now, kind of the blockbuster of the deadline was the Wizards acquiring Anthony Davis, and now they have Davis and Trae Young. But we're not here to talk about Trae Young. We're here to talk about Anthony Davis. The Wizards acquired Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Jaden Harvey, and Dante Exum, which is a name I have not heard since like 2020. So kudos to Dante Exum for doing his thing in the NBA. From the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, and Marvin Bagley. 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. So that's a lot to unpack, but the Wizards were definitely going out and confusing people because they're one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. And then they acquired both Anthony Davis and Trae Young at this year's during separate trades throughout the season. I don't know the direction Washington wants to go. I don't know if Trae Young and Anthony Davis are the best duo with the young core, but I guess we'll find out. Overall draft grades, give the Wizards a C, because Davis and Young might not play this year, so we gotta kind of see how it all works out. And then for the Mavericks, you really got draft picks, because Chris Middleton's probably the big piece in this deal, and Chris Middleton is not the same dude he was during that Milwaukee Bucks championship during 2021. For the Wizards, you potentially could be the 1 seed next year. You could be a 10 seed. And but I guess for the Wizards, it's a let's try to get out of the rebuild and go make a big move, and I respect it. So kudos to the Washington Wizards. Then I think this was kind of a shocker. We had the Thunder acquiring Jared McCain, who was gonna win Rookie of the Year last year if it wasn't for the season-ending injury that he had from the Sixers, in exchange for the Rockets' 2026 first-round picks of this year's first, and 3 second-round picks. Jared McCain is going to the Thunder. Sam Presti did it again. And it's classic Thunder, man. The defending champs get better, the rich get richer. I like it for the Thunder. I think it's an A+ move. You have a chance to go three-peat. To go repeat as champs. And then for the Sixers, he was gonna win Rookie of the Year, and then he struggled this year. I don't know. For Philly's currently in the playoff hunt, I feel like they gave up on Jared McCain a little bit too early, but I give him a C. If it's an average move, it's not gonna make or break their season either way. So it's who cares? And then the Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets, made a move. They acquired point guard Kobe White. So the Bulls once again make another move, and it's Kobe White and point guard Mike Conley, who is now going to Minnesota. So Conley got traded from Minnesota to Chicago, from Chicago to Charlotte, and then got bought out and going back to Minnesota. In exchange, so anyway, the Bulls acquired Kobe White and Mike Conley from the Bulls. Yeah, the Hornets acquired Kobe White and Mike Conley from the Bulls in exchange for Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, who was acquired by OKC, and 3 second-round picks, which now I believe it's 2 second-round picks because they found something wrong in Kobe White's calf. Charlotte is buying, and the Hornets have a very bright future with Colin Knippel, LaMelo Ball, Kobe White. Like Brandon Miller looks like he's gonna be a baller in this league. Like the Hornets are up and coming, and the Eastern Conference next year is going to be a dogfight. It is because Pacers would be better with Halliburton back. The Wizards are trying to get out rebuild. The Hornets are young. Like the Eastern Conference is about to be. It's about to be a dogfight. It's about to be crazy. And overall, for the Charlotte Hornets, I get this move an A+. You acquired Kobe White, who just needed a change of scenery really out of Chicago, and Charlotte is gonna get that. And the Hornets, I believe, can still make the playing, which is honestly pretty impressive. But for the Bulls, you're clearly going into a rebuild. Clearly it didn't work. And yeah, the Bulls get like a D, just because if you're retooling or if you're rebuilding, it's a D move for me. It's nothing fancy. Then we have the Atlanta Hawks acquiring Jock Ondale, so who the Jazz got. And so they acquired Jock Ondale from the Utah Jazz in exchange for cash considerations. And the Hawks pivoted after they couldn't pry Daniel Gafford from the Mavericks. Overall, Jock Ondale, he had a great first game in a Hawks uniform. I think it's a great move for the Hawks. Emeka Okongwu and Jock Ondale. I give the move a B. Right, it's not gonna move the needle for Atlanta, but it definitely gives them more center depth, which is what you need in the NBA. So, and then we have the Golden State Warriors acquiring Kristaps Porzingis in exchange for Jonathan Kuminga and shooting guard Buddy Hield. KP seems like he's always on the move. It seems like KP always finds his way onto a contending team. And kudos. One of my favorite Knicks back in the day. KP, always root for KP, but yeah, it seems like he always finds himself onto a title defender. He's good defense. He's good offensively. Yeah, I mean Jonathan Kuminga had requested a trade out of Golden State, and he now gets his wish by going to the Atlanta Hawks. Overall, I think it's a win-win for both sides. Like KP wasn't gonna move the needle for Atlanta, but he's definitely going to be an upgrade for this Warriors team. And yeah, like I said, KP always finds his way onto like championship contending teams. So it's crazy to me, but I give the Warriors a B+. Like Jimmy Butler's out for the season, but you didn't want to tank. KP would be a great piece for that. And then for the Hawks, like Jonathan Kuminga didn't want to be in Golden State. It's a change of scenery move, I think, for both sides. So it's like a win kind of thing. Then we had the Timberwolves acquiring Ayo Dosunmu from the Chicago Bulls. So again, like the Bulls just continue to make moves. They got Rob Dillingham in this deal. Leonard Miller and 4 second-round picks. The Bulls are moving all their point guards. They moved all their guards and bringing new guards in. It's a good move for Minnesota. Gives someone else the opportunity to get the ball, so it's not all on Anthony Edwards. And for the Bulls, like I've said, you're retooling. You're rebuilding. There's no way around that. You are definitely rebuilding. Then we have the Lakers acquiring Luke Kennard. Good shooter, which is real key what the Lakers need. Like, I think it's a good move. LeBron ain't getting any younger. Luka seems to be hurt. I think the Lakers needed to make a move to take the pressure off their stars. I would have liked them to go out and get a better center, but I'm okay with this because now you're taking the pressure off Luka, you're taking the pressure off LeBron to really like get with Kennard who can shoot threes and can also be a good ball movement player when Luka and LeBron can't always do it all. Now, I think that this is the biggest loser of the deadline, and that's the Milwaukee Bucks not moving Giannis. I get you didn't get the piece, the package you wanted, but now you're going to move him in the offseason for maybe better value or maybe worse value. I don't know, but I think the Milwaukee Bucks are losers down below, but you can let me know what you all think. Then we have my New York Knicks acquiring GTA 5 Jose Alvarado. That's a good move for the Knicks defense. For Jose Alvarado, he's from Brooklyn. Love this move for the Knicks. And if you remember that Georgia Tech run to the March Madness tournament with Jose Alvarado, then yeah, Jose Alvarado, he's a baller. That man's a baller. Gonna have to get that GTA 5 jersey for Jose Alvarado because like that man's a baller. Then we have the Pacers acquiring Ivica Zubac, which it's a good move for the Pacers. It's not gonna help them this year because they are dead last in the Eastern Conference. But the defending Eastern Conference champions make a move, acquire a very good center to pair with Pascal Siakam. And the Clippers continue to move pieces, but it's a good move for the Pacers. So this one is kind of weird. The Nets waived Cam Thomas, and then he signed with the Bucks. So I'm going to say the Nets couldn't really find a trade for Cam Thomas, and he broke out the year that they had KD and James Harden. I think it was that year. And Nets fans were hyping him up to the next face of the franchise. And now he's gone, and he's in Milwaukee. I'm not going to grade it, but I just wanted to throw it out there that so he is. And that was really all the moves. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss one. But I don't think I did. Yeah, I did not miss one. Oh, let me know what you thought of this trade deadline. Overall, it's a crazy deadline. Crazy deadline. Absolutely bizarre the number of players that got moved. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe if you are new. Episodes return every week now, so look forward to that. And I'll see you guys next episode. Peace. And remember, you matter.